Hey there, how's it going? This is Matt, and I am saying hello. I wanted to just jump on here for a minute and address a question that came in. Um, Let me kind of paint this picture here. Um, anyways, I got this question from someone I know named Rebecca, and she asked this. She says, regarding challenges facing art, how to start. Getting started is just hard. Knowing where, what, how to begin, whether it's the art itself, learning tools and techniques, knowing what and where to use and bring my art. So just got a lot of questions, and I thought I would just kind of jump on here and try to answer this. And I thought this might be helpful for more than just Rebecca. So let me kind of walk through this here. I call this a process flywheel. And here is what I mean. There are a few different ways to begin any kind of art you're doing. And so there's three primary ways that I kind of fluctuate between. And so the first one would be um, what's on my heart. And that could be like who is on my heart or what situation's going on. What is something that I am just yearning to say about something? Um, this could be like just for my own personal use. I just want to say this because I'm working through something. This could be, um, hey, someone I know is grieving and I just want to help them. I don't know what it is or anything like that, but I just know I want to help them. And that is one legit place to start. It could just be for church or for, it could be for any occasion. Asking the question, just what's on my heart. Sometimes we get started through that filter, right? A second way that you might want to get started is, in light of that, asking, what do I want to say about that thing? Something's on my heart, but that doesn't mean that's in a coherent, expressible manner. It's just like this might be more like what you feel or an angst or something, just something going on even in your own imagination. Um, but then it kind of kicks over like, what do I actually want to say about that? If my friend is grieving about something, what do I want to say to comfort her? This could be a Bible passage. This could be a quote that I saw from somewhere. This could be, hey, I was thinking about you this morning and I just wanted to say this. Um, it could be for yourself. Like, what is it that I need to say and express that will help me kind of work through this thing that's on my heart? So that's one way to start. A third way that I have found is uh, thinking through this, the actual how. How do I want to say this thing that's on my heart? This often comes off in whatever genre I'm working in. And, you know, I play guitar, I'm a songwriter, I'm an illustrator, I'm a writer. There's kind of different tools that I have. And there's never like a one size fits all tool. Sometimes what I'm feeling, what's going on in my heart, something I want to say, just for my own sake, it brings me more joy to just pluck on a guitar and make up something. Or it might not be the guitar, it might be I just need to paint. I need to figure something out, and I won't figure it out unless I pick up a paintbrush and I just paint this picture, whatever that might be. And so I have found, there's me personally, that all three of these don't tend to be linear. Like, it doesn't always start for me just saying, what's on my heart. It also doesn't always start like, what do I want to say? Sometimes I just need to pick up my guitar and just start playing. And I don't know what's going to come out the other end. My iPhone audio uh, message thing, whatever that app is, it's just filled with like these ideas of I was just messing around with this. I don't know if that's going anywhere. It sounds terrible, but I just I want to express that in some way. And sorry if you hear my kids in the background. And so that is like part of the flywheel, right? That's kind of just the mental exercising you're doing. This could all happen in like less than a minute. It could happen one at a time for a long time. Sometimes I have song audio files on my phone that have been sitting there for years, and I was playing them just in a moment of time of like deep hurt or pain. And I don't know if they'll go anywhere, but like I just know I need, like, I want to save that. And maybe it'll go somewhere, maybe it won't. Okay. So you've got different kind of starting points, right? At some point, we kick over here. I'm going to say express and ship. What do I mean by that? A lot of times, I might have something on my heart. And if you went to art school, you will resonate with this. I can't tell you how many pieces of art I made in college, in art school, that just sat under the bed. Like, whether it was my parents' bed or under my bed or in the closet. In fact, I just purged like artwork from 20 years ago that was just hadn't been opened since I did it in college, right? Um, but expressing that, some of those things I was going through in college, was necessary. Shipping it is this idea and practice of, hey, let's get it out there somehow, some way, even if it's not good. Um, who can I just bless with this? And I even my entire framework changed on this after reading Austin Kleon's Show Your Work. And even my bad art, I used to have this like perfectionistic mentality that like I only can show my best stuff. And the challenge I've, or the paradigm shift I've had in the last few years is like, hey, it could even bless people if I show my garbage, like my sketchbooks, my just, hey, here's some ideas I'm working on. And that's basically what my Instagram and Facebook pages are for. That, hey, I don't know if this is anything, but I'm just going to say what I want to say and then ship it and move on. Right. And that's like the informal side of it. The formal side of it is if, like this last year, there were a few people I wanted to give them paintings. They were just on my heart. I wanted to celebrate. You know, one of my friends is a children's book author, and so I don't see him very often. So I did this little painting of a character from his children's book and mixed it with other parts of other books he's written. And I'm just like, man, I just want to give that to him. Another friend, it was his birthday. He owns a coffee shop right by us, and I just wanted to give him a painting for his birthday. And so I did a little sketch, pen and ink, watercolor of his of the front of his shop, and like, man, I got to bless someone with artwork that I made. And so the ship part is just, how are you going to express that? That's like the missional impulse in me that says, hey, even our bad stuff can be useful for the master of the harvest. Okay, there is this last blank here, and I saved this intentionally for the end. I'm even gonna change the color of this one, and and I'll just call this expose, examine, and expose. There's a reason I have this here. Examine, expose, critique. This is a critical point. What do I mean by that? No matter where you are at in this journey, if you are like just starting off as an artist, or if you have been an artist for a long time, if you start here with a critical attitude, it's good to be intellectually honest. Like, hey, my skill level is only at this. That's one thing. But it's another thing if starting here and telling yourself, I can't do this because I'm not good enough. The painting that I have in my head, in my imagination, or the dance that I have in my imagination, it is not good enough. And so if I think it's not good enough, I block out this whole process. And my heart here in sharing this is to say, hey, there is a place for this, but don't start there. And so, what is the place for that? Kind of the way you get through that is start, start here, start here, start here, and even just start here. Um, but then go here. Like, what did I learn from that experience? What did I learn from trying out that piece of art that I could do next time? Like this completes the process, and it's a crucial step. It's necessary, but just don't start there. That's kind of my biggest encouragement. I'll just tell you a quick story. If you know me or know some of my history with art, I was really into photorealism drawings. You could just Google that, or shoot me a message. I could show you some of my pieces. But like, I would spend 60 hours on like one pencil drawing, and it would look so pristine. And I got a lot of praise for these drawings, and but no one knew like that was all to mask my fears, because I knew, even going to art school, I knew that I am not good at color theory. I am not good at composition. I am not good at drawing from my imagination. Um, and so there was just this like, man, I am scared. I'm scared, and so I'm only going to do these high quality photorealism uh, drawings, because I could, if I can make it look like the picture, like that'll be good. And it's easy. I could do that. I could do a copy and then spend my time on rendering. And but it was totally like masking this fear that I had. And I've been painting, I've been drawing my whole life, and it wasn't until just 2020, 2021 that I just said like, hey, no, I have to get over this fear of color theory, of whatever's holding me back. I have to break through this. And so I kind of committed myself in 2020, 2021 to say, I'm going to go back to the fundamentals. I'm going to go to YouTube University and look up, just learn how to paint with color. I just was so scared. It was really hard for me. And the underlying assumption was that, hey, I can't start here, but I do all of this because I struggle here. Like, the only way to break through this section is to go through this cycle, because this kind of completes the learning part of it. And that's kind of the this flywheel, I would say, is like probably my go-to tool. And every time I do a piece now, it's just cycling around this over and over and over again. And every time it cycles around it, it just gets sharper. My art, it's just getting more and more clarified. My own voice is getting heard through my art. So I would say just jump in. There's a lot of nuance to Nike's slogan, just do it. But there is a truism there to wherever you want to jump in, just try. Like, don't let this hold you back, but use it as momentum to learn. And so, thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any other questions. If you want to jump in deeper, um, feel free to subscribe to my Patreon, and let's keep talking about these things.